Hello. How's everybody doing? Might as well do another update. Why not, right? It is Wednesday at 9 a.m. and at 9 a.m. Pacific, and we have no PLYM news, no preliminary proxy, no 8K about the Go Shop, no nothing. The only thing we have is CTFN has reported something, and I can't get it. But obviously, it's not material enough to make the stock go to 21.75, which is where it would be if if the Go Shop failed, and it's not material enough to tell you that there's a bidding war where the stock would be $23 or $24. So I'm guessing there's nothing important in that CTFN. Not much has changed from my YouTube yesterday. I am perplexed at what's going on here. Okay, um, uh, I remain just as convinced as I did yesterday that somebody else has likely submitted a superior bid for PLYM, and they did it on Sunday. The cutoff time is Tuesday to sign a definitive deal or have a definitive proposal. And then the buyer, the current buyer, gets up to 4 business days to negotiate their own deal to make their deal superior to the new bid. So it's quite possible that that's where we are right now, that there has been a superior bid and they are working with the buyer to see if they want to match it or beat it. Why haven't they filed the preliminary? There's no good answer for that, except in preliminaries you put everything up to that date, including what happened during the Go Shop. And if this is what's happened, then the buyer would just as much like that not to be in the public view until this gets resolved. And they could easily give them a waiver to not have to follow through on the November 25th deadline to file the preliminary. Just to be clear, not following the preliminary by November 25th is not a MAC, and it doesn't mean that this deal now can break. It's also unclear why the buyer would want to walk in the last 30 days. Cap rates have only moved in one direction, et cetera. So I'm not particularly worried about that black swan risk that now the $22 deal is dead too, and we're left with a $14 stock price. But obviously, everything runs through your head when you have an oversized position here. I'm currently at about 70% in this. And look, it's very possible the simplest explanation is that the Go Shop failed. They couldn't get the preliminary out in time. They decided not to put a press release out saying the Go Shop failed. They're letting it trade over 22. Thousands of people are calling them. They're ignoring the phone calls. And we are going to get a preliminary, tonight that says the Go Shop failed. This is a very possible outcome. The market's pricing in it being the likely outcome. Right now at 22.20, it's about 45 cents down. I assume it trades to 21.75, 45 cents down. And my new thought is if there is a superior bidder, it's much higher than $24 or 24 or higher, given 6th Street, I think, was bidding and they lost in the Go Shop, which would mean you might even have a strategic that is buying them, which also could complicate things and why that we haven't heard anything yet, whether it's a cash and stock deal or whatever. So the market's pricing in if it's 45 cents down and, a buck 50 up for your, lowest outcome of a $24 deal, it's pricing in less than a 25% chance of there being a superior bid. And if you have even higher price than $24, it's pricing in a 20% chance. So base case here, at least from the market's perspective, is this is dead. 6th Street was the most likely buyer in the Go Shop, and they're not buying it. My contra take is there's nothing special about 6th Street. They own no stock. Their warrants are a very small overhang of about $5 million at $25. And that's irrelevant to a $2 billion deal. So I don't think it matters that 6th Street isn't the ultimate buyer. I think what I want to focus on is that at $22, it's nearly an 8 cap rate. And comps trade for between 5 and 6. And then you also have private markets that trade at between 5 and 6. So there are many people that would be interested in buying these assets at a 7 cap rate, at a 6 3/4 cap rate. And that gets you to a $24, $25, $26 stock price. So that's where I'm at. I don't have anything else to say except we sit here and we wait, and they're letting it trade. And if I'm wrong, like I said, even with a 70% position and it being 45 cents down, I'll lose like 1.5% or so from here. And I'm up on it. It's like my average price in the position is like 21.80 or something like that. So look, it won't be the end of the world. It's just been a real time suck. All right. Hopefully next time I speak to you, we'll have definitive news. Peace. Oop, trying to save this. Oh, I do this.